We make more money than we need to spend. And if we don't have a clear direction, if we don't have a clear understanding of why we should be investing, why we should be making these long-term decisions, we're probably not going to. We're probably going to spend more than we should be. And so we don't want to waste this opportunity. Hello, today I'm going to talk about why do you invest? And so I asked this question on social media. I'm sharing the image with you now. And there's a lot of reasons for it. And at the end of the day, it kind of comes down to it being both in emotional and motivational type reasons. You really have to have things that are worth thinking about long term to separate the money that you could spend and go out and use right now versus having a long-term outlook on just kind of your financial picture. So investments are typically long-term deals. And so you definitely have to be disciplined with that. There's some of the fun kind of cool reasons that people decide that they invest is because of the goals that are important to them. So it could be something about buying their first home. It could be buying a second home or a vacation home. It could be about retiring. So that's a common one, obviously, with 401k being popular form of employer benefits. So a lot of people understand that you're not going to be able to live off of Social Security alone. So you need to have that long-term plan. And if you start early too, your investments have the best opportunity to make your life easier. So there's all those kind of fun reasons. Another fun reason is you get to own companies. So when you think about it, pretty much all of the products and services that you experience and enjoy, most of those companies are publicly available for you to purchase shares, and shares, all they are is part ownership of a company. So that's a pretty cool and unique feature. And that's why a lot of people start investing earlier on is they want to own Apple, they want to own Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever it is. There's a lot of different companies that you love and know. So that's a huge reason why a lot of people choose to invest as well. So those are definitely the fun reasons. When it comes down to it, no one would invest if you didn't think that there was going to be a return on investment. You're really expecting, you have faith that these companies are going to give you the best opportunity to reach your goals and do all those fun things and do it confidently. So when it comes to investing, you want to make sure that you have a good grasp of the risk associated with it. And a lot of times risk is tied to the length of time between now and the time horizons of those fun goals that you're thinking of. And so time horizon, how much return you actually need, because if you don't need to take a lot of risk, why would you? And then on the other end too, if you need to be pretty aggressive, you would want to know that earlier on so that you're not being too cautious and not giving yourself the best opportunity to reach those goals. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to not spend all your money. And so you have to think about these things. And one of the important reasons too, I think that it's important that I share with my clients why they should invest is because of inflation. So inflation, I call it the silent killer. And it's because it kind of slowly and gradually eats away at the value of your money. So if you had $100,000 and you're like, nope, I don't want to invest it. I don't believe in investments. I just want to put it under my pillow or put it in a coffee pot in the backyard. Well, that 100,000, after about 20 years, because of what inflation does by a small amount every single year, after 20 years, the cost of things double. So what happens is that 100,000, you dig it up 20 years later and you go to try to purchase something, you're only going to be able to purchase about $50,000 worth of services and products. That's something that over time is a huge hurdle, especially when you think about retirement, and maybe you're listening to this and you're early in your career. So if you're got 40 years of working before you even retire, the cost of things is going to double 2 different times. And so that's pretty ridiculous. Things just get really expensive when you factor in inflation. I think that's one overlooked thing. And that's why I always want to bring it to people's attention. Like inflation, it's something that you don't think about when you think about planning and thinking about the future. Like, oh, things are going to cost more. Your income needs to grow faster than inflation. And you also need your investments to give you the best opportunity to outpace inflation. And that's why I believe investments are a good part of a financial plan. They're not the whole financial plan, but they're a tool to kind of help combat inflation. Then a lot of your money that's discretionary, that you don't need to just have a good life now, to work and actually give you a lot more value. Because I think a lot of the reasons why people reach out to me and decide to work with me is because they understand that you know what, we make more money than we need to spend. And if we don't have a clear direction, if we don't have a clear understanding of why we should be investing, why we should be making these long-term decisions, we're probably not going to. We're probably going to spend more than we should be. And so we don't want to waste this opportunity. We don't want to waste our funds. And let's get crystal clear on a game plan. And that gives them the motivation and confidence and clarity to be like, yep, it makes sense to make these long-term decisions and forego some of the things that you could spend the money on today. So I think at the end of the day, it kind of loops back into why a financial plan is helpful. It's because it allows you to see a little bit into the future. And that's what I enjoy helping my clients have that confidence on. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions.